You arrive exhausted, turn the key in the door, and realize the crushing weight on your shoulders did not stay outside. Your mind will not switch off. Your home, which should be your sacred shield, has become merely a dense, silent mirror of your own anxiety. The modern world has convinced you this chronic burnout is a personal failure, that you just need more discipline or to work even harder to one day buy your peace. This is a profound lie. The scarcity and exhaustion you feel do not stem from a lack of effort. They are an invisible frequency block, and the greatest thieves of your vital energy are hiding right before your eyes, disguised as harmless decoration in your very own living room. Stop running for just 1 second. Take a deep breath with me right now and leave the chaos at the door. Subscribe to cross this threshold and make this channel your definitive sanctuary of protection. Before we pull back the curtains on this illusion, type the word peace in the comments to anchor your intention for healing today. What you are about to discover will change the very air you breathe. You turn the key in the lock, the heavy metal clicks, the door opens. You step inside, desperately hoping to leave the noise of the world behind you. Take a breath. Just observe it for a moment. Feel how short it is. Notice how the air stays trapped right there at the very top of your chest, refusing to travel deep into your center. You have fought your battles today. You have navigated the endless rush of the modern hustle, the demands of people who always seem to need a piece of your time, the constant glowing screens that drain your focus and scatter your spirit. You feel as though time is a predator, constantly chasing you, slipping through your fingers like water no matter how tightly you close your grip. You came back to your sanctuary seeking a shield, seeking a moment of profound stillness. But as you stand there in the dim light of your hallway, the relief does not come. Your phone lights up in the dark, a cold blue glare illuminating your tired eyes. Another notification, another invisible string pulling at your energy. You drop your keys on the table, you take off your shoes, but the weight, the dense, invisible weight sitting upon your shoulders remains completely intact. Why does your own home feel so heavy? Why does the sanctuary you built feel merely like an echo of the chaos outside? You walk further inside and sit on the couch. You close your eyes. You try with all your remaining might to simply switch off. But the mind continues to spin in a frantic loop. Conversations you had hours ago replay endlessly. The sharp anxiety of tomorrow's deadlines, the silent, suffocating arithmetic of bills, responsibilities, and expectations. Notice the tightness in your neck right now. That rigid knot hiding in your muscles. It is braced for impact, refusing to let go. You listen to the silence of your living room, hoping it will hold you. But it does not feel like a warm embrace, does it? It feels dense, oppressive, a low, stagnant hum buzzing just beneath the threshold of your hearing. And the most tragic part of this modern condition? You blame yourself. You tell yourself you have simply forgotten how to rest. You believe that your exhaustion is a personal failure, a lack of discipline, that your inability to find peace is a flaw in your own mind. But I am here to tell you, it is not your fault. Energy is not empty space. Energy is a living, breathing fabric. It records every sigh, every worry, every moment of rushing panic. The modern world has conditioned you to ignore the invisible threads that weave your daily reality. Open your eyes and look around your home. Look at the corners of the room, the furniture. Look at the decorations and the plants you bought on a random afternoon. You brought them in because you were desperately trying to inject life and nature into your space. You chose them for their shape, their color, their convenience. You were taught to decorate to please the eye, but look closer. Do you feel the subtle stagnation in the air around them? The fine layer of dust resting on forgotten leaves? We fill our spaces with things that look beautiful, completely blind to the energetic signature they carry. Beauty without intention is an empty vessel. The ancients knew a truth that the modern world has entirely forgotten. They knew that a home is not built of bricks and paint. It is a living entity, an extension of your own aura. Your home is a mirror. If the mind is turbulent and the space is not energetically anchored, the walls will simply absorb and reflect your own exhaustion right back into your skin. Every living thing you bring inside your doors is not merely an ornament, it is a consciousness, a silent guest you have invited to influence your fate, your peace, and your prosperity. You think you are just tired. You think you just need a few more hours of sleep to fix everything. But what if the exhaustion you feel is not coming from your job or your endless responsibilities? What if the very sanctuary you retreat to is silently working against you? There are specific frequencies, living, breathing illusions, that you may have unwittingly invited into your sacred space, and right now, as you sit there trying to rest, they are quietly draining the peace from the air. Do you know who is silently watching you sleep? Let us look closely at what you have welcomed into your sanctuary. Look toward your bedroom, or the quiet corners where you desperately seek comfort. Do you see the rigid, unyielding shape of a cactus resting on a shelf or a windowsill? The modern world loves them. They are sold to us as perfect companions for our busy lives. They are easy to care for. They survive our neglect. We buy them without a second thought. But pause for a moment and feel the energy they project. Notice the sharp, pointed spines cutting through the soft light of your window. When you lie in your bed at night, your subconscious mind silently scans the room for safety. It is looking for softness. It is looking for a place to finally disarm. And what does it find? Hundreds of tiny, invisible spears pointed outward. You may not realize it, but your jaw tightens. Your guard remains raised. The ancient masters understood the language of nature. They knew that a cactus is a brilliant master of survival, but it survives in the harshest, most hostile deserts. It is a warrior plant. When you place it in the room where you sleep or where you sit with your loved ones, you are sending a clear, undeniable frequency to the universe. I am in enemy territory. I must defend myself. I must brace for impact. Is it any wonder you feel constantly on edge? That simple conversations so easily turn into defensive arguments. You have unwittingly anchored the vibration of isolation in the very space meant for connection and rest. Now, let us walk to your living room. Where does your gaze naturally fall? Perhaps it rests on a weeping plant, a fern left overgrown, or trailing vines that hang heavily, dragging their leaves steadily toward the floor. They seem romantic to the untrained eye. They fill the empty space, but stand before them and pay close attention to the subtle pull in your chest. Do you feel the physical sensation of a heavy sigh escaping your lips? Notice how your own posture subtly mirrors the drooping leaves. That sudden melancholic sadness that creeps in on a quiet Sunday afternoon, it is not always yours. Energy, the vital life force, the chai, flows exactly where physical form directs it. Plants with a weeping downward posture anchor the frequency of sorrow. They pull the vital force of your room down toward the floorboards. They drain the levity from the air. You are out there in the world, trying so hard to rise. You are trying to elevate your spirit and your prosperity, but you return home to living anchors of melancholy. And then, there is the third, most silent thief of all. Look upon your shelves, or the center of your dining table. Do you keep arrangements of dried flowers, dead branches preserved for their rustic aesthetic, faded bouquets you cannot bear to throw away because of the memory they hold? Get closer. Listen to them. If you brush your fingers against them, you hear the dry, brittle sound of petals breaking. You sense the faint, dusty odor of time standing completely still. You often wonder why your finances feel blocked, why your goals and projects never seem to take root, why money enters your life only to vanish, leaving you feeling trapped in a frustrating loop of scarcity. In the natural world, death is a sacred, fleeting transition. It is the autumn returning to the soil to feed the spring. It is never meant to be a permanent state. By accumulating dead nature in your living space, you are freezing time. You are freezing the natural flow of abundance. You are silently signaling to the law of attraction that you are fiercely holding on to the past, terrified of the new life that is trying to find you. Your home is holding its breath. It is defensive. It is weeping. It is frozen in time. And because your home is your mirror, so are you. Breathe in that truth. Do not fight it. But what if I told you that recognizing these silent thieves is the exact moment the spell is broken? Take a deep breath right now. Do you feel it? That sudden, sharp inhalation, the first true, expansive breath you have taken all day. As the veil of invisibility falls from your tired eyes, a gentle shock ripples through your nervous system. Your eyes widen, just a fraction. The heavy curtain has been lifted. But notice, there is no fear in this revelation. There is only clarity. You might feel a sudden urge to judge yourself, to feel foolish for bringing these silent thieves into your sacred sanctuary. Do not. Let the guilt dissolve into the air. Where there is true awareness, there is no judgment. There is only transformation. Your home has never been against you. It is merely a faithful, unblinking mirror. It has absorbed your unconscious choices, your rushed decisions, and simply reflected them back to you. The outer world is always an exact replica of the inner world. Recognizing these dissonant frequencies without a single shred of guilt is the first crucial step of the alchemist. It is the moment you stop being a victim of your surroundings and begin to bend reality back in your favor. So, what do we do with this profound new sight? We practice the healing, ancient art of detachment. Look again at those plants, the defensive cactus, the weeping, melancholic leaves, the frozen dead flowers. You will not cast them out in anger. You will not resent them. Instead, you will make a quiet, unshakable internal decision to remove them from your spaces of rest. You will thank them for the heavy lessons they held, and you will gently move them outdoors, back to the wild where their robust frequencies belong. Imagine it now, the soft, grounding sound of the ceramic pots being lifted from your shelves. Feel that physical sensation in the center of your chest, right at the heart space. It feels like a very tight belt has finally been unbuckled, the profound release, the deep, intoxicating relief. The ancient masters understood that letting go of what drains you is the ultimate act of self-love. You cannot fill a cup that is already brimming with stagnant water. You must willingly create the void. You must carve out physical emptiness so the universe can clearly see that you are finally ready to receive new blessings. And in that newly created empty space, we must perform a quiet transition. You will not rush to fill the gap. The modern mind always rushes to fill empty spaces. We will not do that. Instead, you will take a simple, transparent glass, fill it with clean, pure water, and add a generous pinch of coarse sea salt. Listen to the crystalline clink of the glass as you gently place it on the exact spot where the draining plant used to sit. Watch the white, jagged crystals of salt slowly sink, drifting through the clear water, coming to rest quietly at the very bottom. This is your ritual anchor. Water and salt are the great transmuters of this earth. This simple glass acts as a cosmic sponge. As it sits in the sacred void you just created, it silently absorbs the heavy, stagnant residue left behind by the old energy. It is pulling the density from the air. It is pulling the lingering fatigue from the invisible soil of your home. You are preparing the ground for the light. You are clearing the energetic runway for abundance to finally land. But a void cannot remain empty forever. Nature abhors a vacuum. The law of attraction demands a new, dominant frequency to take hold. The heavy energy is leaving. The space is clear. The soil is ready. But what, or rather, who, will you invite into your sanctuary next to ensure your peace is never stolen again? The void is prepared. The air is cleansed. Now, you must consciously choose your new guardian. You will step back out into the world, not as a tired, distracted consumer, but as a deliberate architect of your own sanctuary. You will seek out the peace lily. When you find her, do not just see a simple plant waiting on a shelf. See a powerful ally. See a supreme purifier of both physical and spiritual toxins. Look closely at her elegant form. Notice the vibrant, majestic contrast of the deep, dark green leaves reaching confidently upward, and the immaculate, pure white of the delicate flower. It stands tall, like a pristine flag of surrender to universal peace. Breathe in the subtle scent around her, that rich, grounding aroma of fresh, moist, fertile earth filling your lungs, the undeniable smell of life ready to bloom. You are not bringing home a mere decoration. You are sealing a profound, ancient alliance. You are inviting a living spirit of harmony to transmute your stress and elevate the frequency of your daily thoughts. Bring her into your home with deep respect. Remove the glass of salt water. Its heavy, silent work is finally done. Pour it away, thanking it for absorbing the dense remnants of your past. And in that newly cleared sacred space, place your peace lily. Give her a place of honor. Now take a vessel of fresh, cool water. Do not rush this moment. Do not treat this as just another mundane chore on your endless modern checklist. Slow down. Pour the water gently over the dark soil. Listen to the soft, rhythmic whisper of the water seeping deep into the earth. Press your fingertips gently against the sides of the ceramic pot. Feel the subtle, grounding warmth of the clay beneath your skin. Anchor yourself in this exact second. As you water this plant, realize you are engaging in a silent, powerful prayer. You are actively turning the invisible wheel of the law of resonance. While the unseen roots drink the water, the very walls of your home are drinking the magnetic frequency of abundance. You are pouring life. You are pouring an impenetrable shield of protection. You are pouring the purest essence of prosperity. Now, step back, walk over to the couch, the exact same spot where you sat earlier, burdened by the crushing, invisible weight of the outside world. Sit down, close your tired eyes. Do you feel it? The physical room is exactly the same, but the atmosphere has entirely transformed. You no longer have to fight your own mind to quiet down. You do not have to frantically try to relax. The relaxation simply arrives. It takes gentle hold of you. Take a breath. Notice how the air physically feels different in your body. It enters your nostrils lighter, crisper. It flows deep into your center without resistance. That heavy, stagnant hum that constantly buzzed in your ears is entirely gone. In its place, there is a profound, expansive, beautiful quiet. It settles over your tense shoulders like a warm, thick, protective cloak. The tightness in your chest finally unravels. The ancient knots dissolve. You see, my fellow traveler, when your sanctuary is finally aligned with the ancient laws of harmony, the exhausting struggle ceases. The endless fighting simply stops. You no longer need to exhaust your spirit chasing peace or wealth or love through the chaotic, noisy streets of the world. By purifying your sacred space, by intentionally guarding your invisible soil, you have completely shifted your frequency. You stop chasing, and you become the serene, undeniable magnet that invites it all to enter. Rest now. Breathe. Your home is finally yours again.